Hey, so continuing from we left last time, this session will be matching the foreground with the background, and this is just a random pic that I've taken from the internet, and this girl has also been taken from internet, something random. So matching it, the light matching and all that won't be possible with this footage, but then we'll try to color match it as quickly and as closely as possible. So if you see right now, it's quite mismatched, and no matter whatever we do, the mismatch will still be there because this is not a planned shot. This is a shot which has been just taken randomly. So let's see the process or the commonly used steps that normally compositors or motion graphics artists they use for matching this kind of solution. Like if you have a foreground, you have a background, I need to match. So the first step that we'll be doing today is doing the color correction, and we'll be getting the output to something close to like this. I already have one solution over here. So if I just click over here, can you see this? It's quite matched, but then you can make it more better if you have to, but this is just the steps. Follow this and I think it should give you a good output. So let's begin with this. So I'll come to the girl footage which is present in the timeline, which I have just turned on and off, and we'll go to the effects section. Now already on this effects we have used an advanced build suppressor, so I'll just reduce this, I'll just collapse this, and on this footage we'll be now putting a photo filter. Generally people use photo filter for either warming the image or cooling the image, but I'm going to use it for something different. Okay, so because she is there in this green background, so I want to put some green tint on her. So let me just take the photo filter and add it over this footage. Now inside this, generally as I said, we use either for warming or cooling it, but I'll be doing something different. I'll be choosing green. So because she is there in this green background, I want to add some green color to her. But can you see right now the amount, the density that has happened, maybe a bit overboard. It's 25. So let me just make it 0 and increase it step by step. Let's see what happens, what suits best. I think a value of 15 or 20 should do. So let me just check this. Now if you just zoom into her, now if you see this, this is with the photo filter, but now if I reduce this, yeah, see this? This is giving me a better blending altogether. So I'll just keep this thing over here. We are gonna do other steps also, but this is just the first step. So I just added a photo filter. I took the filter as green and I kept the density as 20 over here. Now we are going to proceed further, and you'll see the contrast in the background image and the contrast on the girl in the foreground is very different because definitely they have been shot separately. So how do you now tweak the contrast? Now for this, I'll be using a levels. You can use curves also, but I'm just using levels, and I'm just putting this levels on top of the girl foreground, like this keying over here. And the best way of learning how much black is there in the image and how much black is there in this girl, I'll be increasing the exposure over here. So I'll just take this thing up. I'll basically burn it out. Now when I burn this thing out, you can see the darkest portion near the tree. Okay, they are not completely black. They are something like gray. But if you see the darkest portion on the girl, it's like literally black. So how do you match this? So I'll just keep it over here, and inside my levels, if you see this blacks over here, I'll just take this thing down. So it is something close to what we have over here, like a little bit grayish has to get added over here. So I think this is looking quite near. Now, same way what I'll do is, I'll go to the red channel, I'll choose red over here in the levels, sorry, not the channel, but the levels over here. And also change this image channel to red. So I'll press Alt 1 on the keyboard. Now just check if it's matching, if it's not matching. If it does not match or you want to tweak it a bit, so you can just go over here and change the blacks. Okay, but that would become too much. I think this much should give me a good output. Same way, I'll take green in the levels and I'll go to the green channel. I'll press Alt 2. Now if you see over here, there is a mismatch. The gray over here is quite, the black over here is quite grayish. Over here, it's a bit on the darker side. So I can just go to the levels and I can tweak this. Not this much, I think this much should do. Okay, also I can play with the midtones. I can just play with this and get the blend proper. And then I can play with the blacks again. I think this will give me a good output. Let's go to the blue channel. Okay, sorry, the blue levels, and let's go to the blue channel. We'll press Alt 3 on the keyboard, and now over here you'll see, yeah, look at the grays over here and look at the grays over here. So let's play with this now. So I'll just play with this and I get it something close to this, and I'll also play with the midtones of the blue. Okay, so that we get something similar, something close to what we have in the background. Now let's go back to the RGB in the levels, and also let's go back to the RGB channel inside the composition by pressing Alt 3 because we are in the blue channel right now. And let's take the exposure down. There are two ways of getting the exposure down. Either you can type 0 over here or simply click on this button which says reset exposure. Now if you check this, and now if I turn the levels on and off, you'll see the contrast of the image is completely changed. Okay, but still if you feel no, over here it may look a little bit more whitish or something, you can definitely play with the midtones and get it aligned to something similar or something close to what we have in the background. But you'll see there is a huge difference now, the way it was been shot and the way we have tweaked it. So this is a very common technique of matching the foreground with the background. But then still, if there is a girl standing in the forest, okay, with this trees all around, there has to be some more green over here. So one thing is you can play with the photo filter, which we have already done, but we'll be doing a different technique now. I'll take this forest pic which is there in the background and I'll make a duplicate. I already have done some tweakings over here, like I've added a camera lens blur for basically blurring the image, because when I got the image it was this sharp. Like if I just turn this effects off, can you see that? It was quite sharp, so I just blurred it a bit so that it gives me a lens effect. Also, it was a very saturated image, so I have just desaturated the image using the hue saturation. I've just done the master saturation, I've taken it to 36. Now if I turn this thing on, it becomes a little grayer, so it looks quite nice and quite pleasant to the eyes right now. Now I'll be duplicating this layer, so I'll say Ctrl D on the keyboard, and I'll take this footage right above this girl footage, like where we have the matte right above this. So now this image is basically taking over the entire footage. Now let me just collapse the camera lens blur, let me just collapse the hue saturation, and on this particular layer I'll be putting a Gaussian blur. So I'll go to Gaussian blur and I'll just add it over here, and I'll just increase the value a lot. So I'll press shift and I'll just drag this so that we get something like this, just blend of color. Okay, don't worry about this edge which is happening right now, because any which way we'll be matting it. So now I'll just turn this layer off, and this girl has been matted by this matte over here, that is Girl Chroma Matte Final. So I'll be duplicating this now. I'll be taking this above the forest pic. I'll turn the forest pic on and I'll be saying your entire image won't be visible. You will be only visible from the part where the girl is. So I'll just come over here in the forest pic and I'll say take the alpha from the Girl Chroma Matte Final. And what happens over here now is, this is what we get. We get this image, or basically we get this forest blur pic which is right above the girl silhouette. So now how do you match it? How do you use these colors now? It's very simple. Inside After Effects, inside Nuke, inside Photoshop, you have this very beautiful color mode inside the layer called as the color. It's someplace over here, yeah, there is color, which basically indicates the layer below to take the color from the top. Okay, or basically it's asking this layer to just shed away its color. So if I just go to color now, you'll see the color has got added over here, but it has become like a ghostly thing and it has become like a black and white movie because it's just taking up the colors. Now we'll be controlling this by going to the forest layer, pressing T on the keyboard and reducing the opacity. So this is how I do it. I take the opacity down to 0 and then slowly increase it. Maybe I'll press shift and I'll just click and drag. That would become too much, so we'll just click and drag. Just adding some green on the girl. Now if you see this, if I turn this on and off, can you see that? The green color has got added on her. If you want it more, you can make it more, but I think for us, when I tried it before, I think 15 was giving me a good enough output. So I'll keep it to 15 so that just the green tint gets added on her, okay, which previously was missing. Or if you want to keep it 20, keep it 20. And this is the steps that we generally use whenever we are color correcting or whenever we are trying to match the foreground with the background. I think still 20 is looking too much, so I'll just keep it to 15. Now, one step that is remaining in this particular process is the light wrapping process, that is putting the light or the color from the background at the edges of this girl and also tweaking the brightness at the edges. But that's what we'll cover in the coming session. Until we meet next time, try this much. Thank you.